Hello there, Amanda. How are you?
I'm very well.
I like this podcast. Out of all the podcasts I've done in my life, this is right up there.
You haven't done that many then.
What do you mean? You didn't like this podcast?
I did. Well, it's called our show.
Yeah, I know.
mean this podcast. It's our show.
Well, the podcast is our show.
Yeah.
Condensed. It hasn't got all the music and the ads and all the other
Hasn't got your
junk.
stuffed up time calls in it.
I've never stuffed up a time call in my life.
Please. We talk about the Apple Vision Pro. You may have seen footage of people with these crazy goggles on, waving their hands all over the place as if they're conducting an orchestra. Mm-hmm. They're actually doing computer work while they've got their goggles on, but they look ridiculous.
Our old mate Charlie Pickering is back on the TV with The Weekly. We'll catch up with him.
Should dogs be allowed on public transport? We put it to the pub test.
Mind the Yap.
See, that doesn't really work because mind the gap's an English phrase. We don't know
We have it here. When was the last time you caught a train? Yeah, you go to any of our train stations, on the platform, it says mind the gap.
Okay. And Pablo Escobar.
Look who's the man of the people and look who's the woman of not the people. I guess in your limo, you don't really get many gaps.
The gap I'm minding is one between my fingers when I hold a cigar. Pablo Escobar. His hippos are running amok. I have an update for you.
Also, The Greatest Night in Pop doco. I watched that last night on Netflix. It is so good. And I learned a lot of stuff about that song, We Are the World. We'll have that for you as well in this exceptional podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we have so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you nutface?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda, my little star-spangled friended shirt.
A friended shirt.
Friended shirt, star-spangled shirted friend.
That's it.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Hello, yes, I'm
You
wearing a
look
shirt that's got
lovely
little...
today.
Oh,
That's
thank
a
you.
nice
It's got little
outfit.
stars on it.
It's good because there's a little see-through, so you've done up the like Miss Prissy, yes, but then you can see through it a bit, so you can see what's going on there.
I do have garments underneath.
Yeah, you've got garments, but what I mean, there's a little bit of oh yeah, and then there's a bit of
Miss
yeah.
Prissy.
Miss
That's
Prissy.
a throwback.
Remember Miss Prissy?
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn.
I didn't like Foghorn Leghorn.
I
Was
said,
Miss Prissy
boy.
the school teacher?
She was keen on Foghorn.
And did he
Leghorn.
like her?
No, no time for it.
You know, people are reevaluating Pepe Le Pew because remember, he was constantly trying to attack that cat. He was a skunk.
Yep.
And she was trying to constantly get away from him. And he would kiss her, cuddle her, smooch her, and she'd try and get out of his grasp. Mm-hmm. And we just go, yeah, that's fair enough.
It was a cat.
Yeah, but look, it's full kind of assault.
Well, there's many levels of what would you call offensive towards the French. You know, it's a skunk, Pepe Le Pew, indicating that the French didn't bathe.
And he was assaulting.
He was assaulting
a female cat who didn't want to be involved with him.
But that's being French, according to the stereotype.
Well, I think it was just of its time that you think.
It was of its time.
Of its time.
It was of its time.
Now, Ryan, I need to talk to you.
Am I right? Good morning.
Good
You know what he's been doing this morning?
Right.
He was doing some stretching. I came in this morning and you were doing some stretching.
Yeah, because you guys are forcing me to do this race.
I also saw you eating chips.
What of it?
Because, to recap...
I've got none left, so you can't
We have been... Thank you. That's my second question.
That's a healthy breakfast, mate.
We have been asked to take part in... We've done this before, in the Dragon Boat race for... Chinese New Year. Sydney City Council put this on, and it's a fabulous thing. But for a number of reasons, we can't do it this year. So you are going to be our representative.
You're our envoy.
And I am concerned for you. I play a motherly role in your life. I'm concerned that you eat chips for breakfast because you have to have some kind of physical strength to be able to be part of a dragon
Well, we want
boat.
you to win.
Yeah.
We don't want to...
I think I'll be fine.
I'm thinking of later in the show getting a doctor via Zoom, like a telehealth thing, to give you a once-over.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, Brendan,
you
where
get a
his
doctor
parents? We have to have a duty of
What are you
care.
getting a doctor for?
Because-
Just get in the boat and row the thing.
You're such a man. What if he has a heart attack?
What if am I going to have a heart attack?
What if he's a hypochondriac?
Maybe we should get a doctor. So you've got to organise
I've arranged one.
Oh, you've already done
Yeah, I've arranged it for later in the show. We're going to have a Zoom.
Does he have to get down to his little underpants?
Oh, I hope not. The doctor. Ryan will be fully clothed. I think this is something, not everyone has to do this, obviously, go in a dragon boat, but I would feel better.
Sure.
And as Jonesy said, we do want to win. I would feel better if I knew that you've got a couple of weeks up your sleeve, that you're in peak health.
Okay.
No, I think he peaked many years ago.
And if you've got any chips, you better hand them over because I'd like them.
No, I don't have any more.
Okay.
Sorry.
On the show today, Charlie Pickering is going to
Yes,
be joining
the
us. Always
weekly's
like
back on the
Charlie.
telly.
And we can't do anything till we do the Magnificent Seven.
Question 1. What does it mean if you're under the weather?
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say,
I was just thinking, you know how Ryan's competing on our behalf in that boat,
Yep.
the dragon boat? How many teams are there? Like, how many people does he have to beat?
don't know.
Ryan?
I don't even know who I'm rowing with.
Well, you also, I don't want to shock you, have to wear a uniform,
What kind of uniform?
like a costumey thing.
Oh,
Costume. What sort of costume?
Like, I've just seen an email.
What, he's got to
talk
wear
about it later.
logo?
We'll talk about it later. That's for another time.
Does he have to dress like the awesome foursome?
The tight lycra with it all hanging out. That's why we need you to have a medical checkup.
Yeah,
to see if you've got extra bits hanging out that shouldn't be there.
Yeah,
What's Lycra? Is that like the superhero stuff?
Lycra's like the stuff that guys ride push bikes with, who take it very seriously.
Think of your dad when he's
Like a
going for his bike
mankini.
ride.
I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
Scott is in McGrath's Hill.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, how are you?
Very well. Question number 1. What does it mean if you're under the weather?
I mean, you're feeling sick.
Interesting where that phrase comes from. When a sailor became ill or seasick, often because of weather conditions, the sailor was sent below decks to the most stable part of the ship, which was under the weather rail. So being under the weather meant you weren't feeling well.
Well, I didn't know that.
You've learnt something today.
Till. Thing I learned.
Oh, is that what that means? Well, that's mine for the day.
This is a vortex of learning. A blue sign with an M signifies which kind of public transport, Scott?
A blue sign with an M.
Yeah. We got one just down the road from us here in North Ryde.
Yeah, I'm not very good with public transport.
Sorry,
Yeah, well, I'm
Scott.
just thinking McGrath's Hill, you don't really have much going on in the world of public transport. You got buses and stuff.
You'd know a yellow yem, a yellow... What am I saying? A yellow M, a McDonald's.
Jeremy's in
We all know that one.
a yellow mem.
Did I say yellow mem?
Jeremy's in Narellan Vale. It's
Maybe
catchy.
I need a doctor's checkup as well.
Maybe you're under the weather.
Hello, Jeremy.
Good morning.
A blue sign with an M signifies what kind of public transport?
It's like a monorail, I guess. I don't know.
No. See, Jeremy's in Narellan Vale as well. So he has... You don't have any good public transport around there, do you, Jeremy, really? Like, you don't have a train
Just on the
line.
trains, buses.
Yeah, but what's your nearest train station in Narellan Vale? Narellan? Campbelltown.
Would that be an M? That'd be an M,
No,
surely.
Campbelltown's not an M. Campbelltown's just a normal part of the rail
Well,
network.
what does M stand for? That's question 2.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven. We're up to question number 2.
We're only at question number 2.
That's code for hurry up, Dumbos.
Joel is in Blacktown. Hello, Joel.
Good morning, guys.
A blue
Hi,
sign
Joel.
with an M signifies which kind of public transport?
The Metro.
Metro. Let's deal with that and move
That means
on.
that shows you that the government's doing stuff. If they're doing stuff, they put Metro on it. Mm-hmm. That's what they do.
That's why most people haven't seen it.
Let's play What's on the Box.
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
What show, Joel, has this theme?
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land.
Okay.
Do you know it, Joel?
Yeah, it's Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. Oh, that's enough, thank you.
That'll do.
On coins in the UK, They switch the way the picture of the monarch is facing with each successive ruler. Which way is King Charles III facing?
Okay.
So our latest monarch.
Yep.
Which way is his nose pointing? Is it? This is our multiple choice. Is it left? Is it right? Or is he facing front on?
Front on.
What was your answer,
Left,
Joel?
yes, you're right.
It is left.
Imagine facing front.
I know, that'd be confronting,
Look
wouldn't
at
it?
Alfred E. Newman.
And on the back, just picture of the back of his head. The only exception to this has been the coinage of Edward VIII, who insisted on his likeness facing left.
Wonder why?
Don't know.
What's the maximum speed someone on their learner's license can drive, Joel?
Oh, I don't know if they upped it. It's 80.
They did up it. You were right. They upped it from 80 to something else. Daniel is in Arncliffe.
Hi, Daniel. Do you know the maximum speed someone on their learner license can drive?
I believe it is 90 kilometres an hour.
It is 90. Right. Question 6. Who's the host of the show The Weekly?
The Weekly?
It's ABC.
No idea.
He's on our show today.
He is.
Ramona is in Kings Park.
I used to work with him on Talking About Your Generation. Who is the host of the TV show The Weekly?
No idea, sorry.
Oh. Well, I worked with him on Celebrity Name Game.
Okay. That's not going to be a clue for anybody.
And I'm pretty sure I went on Ready, Steady, Cook with him once as well.
Steve's in Bondi. Who's the host of the show The Weekly? Do you need more clues?
Charlie Pickering.
Charlie
Of course
Pickering.
it is. Which former president is currently in court?
I've lost track as to why, but which former president's there?
Donald Trump.
That's the one.
Why would you even question that? Recently had his presidential immunity denied for crimes committed in office.
He has said that presidents need to be immune to crimes because otherwise you can't make decisions about war and important things. People are going, that's one thing. Inciting, not handing over an election, blah, blah, blah. These are big deals. Murder, not that Donald Trump's been accused of murder, but you can't make presidents immune.
Mm-hmm. Did you read that statistic? If Michelle Obama got in, she became the Democrats' leader, she would ace this election. Did you read that?
Well, there is some speculation, but I don't think that's going to happen before this election, do you?
Congratulations, Steve. You've won the jam pack. It's all coming away. 100.
Taylor Swift would win probably as well. Michelle has some political nous, but people just want, they're not happy with Joe Biden either.
$150 to spend at Flowers for Everyone. Send love on Valentine's Day. flowersforeveryone.com.au. A double pass to take that, bringing their This Life tour to Kudos Bank Arena. Tickets are on sale next Tuesday, but for details, to get tickets, if you don't have them, go to frontiertouring.com. And Jonesy and Amanda carry tutors for you to colour in and some standard pencils. Steve, anything you'd like to add to this?
Should be in the good books with the wife with the Take That ticket.
Excellent. Well, we're here to make
That's
things
the ultimate
good for you at
spade
home.
work. You take her to Take That and tell her that you bought the tickets. You didn't win them on the radio, okay, Steve?
Definitely.
And same with the flowers for Valentine's Day.
Exactly.
I bought it all.
I bought it all. And then she was like, but where's the receipt? I can't see any receipt. It's not on our credit card statement.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
I'm going to make this short and sweet. I'm only going to say it once.
Hello there. Thumbing through the Jarmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1980, Kool and the Gang released their hit Celebration. This was their only song to ever go number one. Yeah, but how many songs have you had go number one?
8.
Really? What songs? Go through
I
them,
can't
please.
remember them now.
Oh, but so you went number one, and I've worked with you for a long time now.
I'm very shy. I don't like to mention it. But it's funny, you're right, that we poo-poo one-hit wonders.
Mm-hmm.
But who wouldn't want one fabulous hit that the world knows?
The Kool and the Gang, JT Taylor's, his mum, Mrs. Taylor, said, you're going to play this song for the rest of your life, so get ready. So that's not a bad thing, really.
Was she saying it in Succo?
Yeah, well, it's because she knew it had hit all over
Oh,
it.
I see.
Imagine Black Lace's mum, for example.
Even she's rolling her eyes.
She said that's got hit all over it. What would you rather? That?
I'll play one of mine.
One of Amanda's songs. I put it to you that you've never recorded a song.
No, you're right. I've been caught bang to rights.
Let's put on Kool and the Gang. Celebration.
Jam Nation.
Have you seen these new Apple Vision Pros.
Yes.
You may have seen people wearing them on the news and things. I don't think they're big in Australia yet. They're only released February 2nd. It is what do you call it?
VR.
Well, they're saying
It's like a
not,
VR, but it's not VR, but it looks like a VR.
It looks like a VR goggles. Apple are saying it's not VR. They're avoiding the words virtual reality. They're saying that what it is actually is where digital media is integrated with the real world. So you're wearing these goggles and you can see maps, you can see emails, you can see all the stuff that maybe you could see on your phone or your computer, but you can interact with it by using your hands as you're wearing the goggles. Mm-hmm. And they've sold so many of them already. Just as I said, it was only released a few days ago. In the States, it's $3,500, which means in Australian money, it's between about $6,000 and $7,000 for a headset.
Cheaper.
They've already sold 200,000.
In Australia?
No, in the States.
Oh.
So it's in just a couple of days.
I was about to say, Cosy lives, anyone?
Well, the people who are geeks would have saved for this, would have known it was coming. They'd have known the release date, and they're very excited for it. I've seen some footage of a guy in a subway, and he's wearing these goggles, and his hands are just moving in space. And people are filming. He looks like he's typing on an imaginary keyboard and moving things around. And you can choose how immersed you are, apparently. You can choose that you might just be looking at a map, you might just be reading an email, some slight immersion, or you can choose the depth of your immersion. So people can watch football games and all kinds of stuff fully immersed, just with it right close to your eyes, which I guess is like virtual reality, even though, as I said, Apple's not saying that's what it is. But I saw someone on Reddit saying how vulnerable people are. If you're wearing this on a subway, say someone says, would I wear something worth $3,500 on a subway? Whether it was jewellery or anything, no. Would I wear something worth $3,500 that makes me blind to what happens around me on a subway and blind to a potential robber who could grab the headset? The answer is no.
But then the robber gets immersed and then another robber takes it from him. Do you see what's happening?
I see what's happening. You may have seen the footage of people driving the self-driving cars, the Teslas.
Yeah.
That's quite alarming. You see people in these cars, headsets on, and their hands just moving in space.
Yeah.
This footage has gone viral to the point where the American Transport Secretary, Peter Buttigieg, has said, stop it. He has said human drivers have to pay attention at all times. He says Tesla's assisted driving features, autopilot, enhanced autopilot, self-driving, do not mean that the vehicles are fully autonomous. So Pete Buttigieg has said, reminder, all advanced driver assistance systems available today require the human driver to be in control and fully engaged in the driving task at all times. So
I saw that. I thought it was you driving past.
waving my arms in distress. Who's in charge of this thing? Hang on, these are just sunglasses. And I don't have a self-driving car.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
So if you're looking for something to get me for my birthday,
sure.
Not that.
I'm not getting
not
you that. Didn't see that on Beyond 2000, did you?
Actually, we did.
Did
I
you?
did the very first stories on virtual reality.
Really?
Yes, thank you, Brendan.
Have you got that around? Is that on YouTube?
I'm
is
sure
that somewhere?
it is. I'm sure it is.
Really?
Yeah, I had a sword fight or something like that with virtual reality.
And was the headset the same?
A giant headset, and the vision that you saw in it made you car sick. It was so basic. It wasn't real life image at all, but you were looking at it through a headset, and that's what was incredible.
Future, eh?
Hey, get used to it, the future.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
So during the holidays, I went to New York with Jack and Liam, with my two sons, and one of the big things I wanted them to come to with me was the 9/11 Museum. And I'd been there once before. I'd been to New York not long after 9/11, and where it was still so raw, and people had posters up, have you seen my father, my mother, have you seen my colleague? People were missing in the thousands. And then I went to New York not long after the museum opened. And when 9/11 happened, Liam was a few weeks old in my arms, a few months old in my arms. And it's an incredible part of my lived history, but not theirs. But I wanted them to see this incredible memorial. And if you haven't been there, I urge you to do it. It's not jingoistic by American standards. It's not rah-rah. It is so moving. And to see the power of that fire, to see what it did to fire trucks. There are fire trucks that are bent and twisted. There are columns that are bent and twisted, just to show you the force of what that fireball was on that day. You pick up phones and you hear the last phone calls of people to their loved ones. God. You hear the flight attendants trying to get in touch with air traffic controllers. I don't know what's going on. Something's going on here. They chart the history of what led to the politics of that moment, and the displays of the fallout of things they have found on the ground, of apartments down the road, what they looked like in the days after. It's chilling. It is incredibly chilling. And I read a story just recently that someone has just recently been identified from their DNA. So 1,103 victims at Ground Zero have never been identified. On the day, 2,753 people were killed in the Twin Towers. 1,650 have been identified, but so over 1,000 are still unidentified. But the fact that they're still working on this is extraordinary. So John Ballantyne Niven, a 44-year-old of Oyster Bay, Long Island, was on the 105th floor of the South Tower when he was killed on that day, leaving behind a wife and an 18-month-old son. So this 2 decades later, thanks to groundbreaking new technology, he's been identified and his wife gets closure. I think it's hard to understand the power of closure to healing and to moving on. We think, does it matter? But if you're in that moment, if you're that person, yes, it does. She said it was certainly emotional. His widow has said it's certainly emotional for me to hear 23 years later that John's DNA has been found. We had no idea these efforts were still underway. So she said, especially given how many years have passed, we're all the more appreciative of the City of New York and the devoted teams working behind the scenes. So what's happened is that we now have different kinds of DNA sequencing technology that we didn't have then, along with a mitochondrial DNA analysis and other procedures that have been refined since 2001. So they're still working on this stuff, and this allows specific fragments of DNA to be plucked from a larger, often deteriorated sample to be analysed. So all these years later, they are still working on identifying 1,103 victims at Ground Zero. Amazing. And if you do get a chance to go to the memorial, it is so moving but so interesting.
Yeah. If only we could get the DNA of the people that cause all these things to begin with, just get them to stop doing that. Wouldn't that be great?
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be great?
Jam Nation.
We're doing a grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
It's time. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, $1,000 dues.
And you can leave with $1,000, but we will tempt you. One extra question, a bonus question, double or nothing.
Joe's in Blacktown.
Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Hello, Joe. How are you feeling? Fruity? Ready to go?
Ready to go.
We have 10 questions. We have 60 seconds. If you're not sure, say pass, because chances are we might have time to come back.
Got a good feeling about you, Joe.
All right, Joe. We've already given away $2,000. Let's see what we can do for you today. Are you ready? Because here it comes. Question 1. In which month would you celebrate Christmas?
December.
Question 2. Traditionally, styrofoam is what colour?
White.
Question 3. What does MAFS stand for?
Married at First Sight.
Question 4. Which oil can be described as extra virgin?
Pass.
Question 5. True or false? Tomato sauce was once used as a medicine.
Pass.
Question 6. Earth and Neptune are types of what?
Planet.
Question 7. Tiffany & Co. are famous for selling what?
Jewellery.
Question 8. Which fictional character's nose grew every time he lied?
Pinocchio.
Question 9. What's Australia's national flower?
Pass.
Question 10. A protractor measures what?
Pass.
Back to question 4. Which olive oil can be described as extra virgin?
Olive oil.
True or false? Tomato sauce was once used as medicine. Question 9. What's Australia's national flower?
The wattle.
Question 10. A protractor measures what?
Circumference.
Oh,
No.
it's a compass. It's
No.
angles.
A protractor measures angles.
Oh.
Joe, you played that beautifully.
Joe. Wow. Joe.
Oh,
I still have a good feeling about you. You know that,
came
Joe.
so close, Joe. $100 to be getting on with, and wow, you got the adrenaline going.
Whoa. Good on you, Joe. Have a good day.
That was close.
That was so close.
Tunes here under Monday. Jam Nation.
Look, sure, we know that Taylor Swift is performing in Japan and then flying, we presume, to the Super Bowl. After that, she comes to Australia. She's only going to Sydney and she's only going to Melbourne. That's a good sentence, isn't it? She's only going to 18 places. She's going to Sydney and Melbourne.
Yep.
She's going to be in Melbourne from the 16th to the 18th of Feb and then in Sydney from the 23rd to the 26th of Feb.
Here for your birthday.
She's here for my birthday.
Wow. T-Swizzle.
Well,
she's like a one-woman Beatles.
What do you mean?
Well, she's like the Beatles.
She is a phenomenon. She is the most famous human on the planet at the moment, and rightly so.
Mm-hmm.
And for all that stuff, she is such an amazing role. For all the stuff, I mean, people who get triggered by her are sad people because she is such a force for good in the world and such a great role model for women. She's for young girls. She's just incredible. But what's interesting is that people have been so desperate to see Taylor Swift, and then when the dates drop, you go, oh, God, is that going to work? This is interesting. There's a high school in Brisbane, in Wynnum State High School, and because she's not going to Brisbane, a whole lot of people are travelling to Melbourne and Sydney to see Taylor. The school, for its Year 12 students, has some exams in the drop zone of when Taylor is in Sydney. So the school has taken quite a remarkable thing. They've notified parents saying that they would endeavour to schedule the exams the week later in the week so that the kids can sit those exams. So they're working the exams around the kids who are going to be going to Taylor Swift.
Wouldn't have happened back in my day.
Interesting, isn't it?
Well, actually, I wouldn't have done my HSC, but nonetheless.
I remember actually you mentioned the Beatles earlier. My friend's older brother took the day off school to go to the airport when the Beatles arrived. And they flew to Australia. And they're going, I hope I don't get in trouble. They looked over their shoulder. There was a teacher standing next to them. But also there's another story I read. How's this for a headline? My bridesmaid admitted she was going to leave my wedding reception to see Taylor Swift, so I made a drastic call on our friendship. Am I wrong?
I've heard about this.
So this bride-to-be, this woman in Melbourne, is frustrated that her guests are dropping out of her wedding because it's on the February 17, the night Taylor's performing in Melbourne. So this bridesmaid, imagine the position she's in. She's got tickets to the 17th. She's going shopping with the bride for the dresses, and she's going, when do I tell her? So she said, look, I'll be there for the ceremony but not the reception. And she said, no, you're out of the bridal party, off you go.
Well, I wanted to come to your birthday celebrations, but I can't because I'll be there up in the box.
Well, I don't remember you being invited to my capacious birthday celebrations.
I'll be up in the box.
With Taylor.
Singing for
you
Taylor.
and Travis Kelce.
I've said to the camera people, keep off me, okay? It's about Taylor. It's not about me supporting Taylor. So that's why I can't come to your birthday.
I'm not having a birthday party, so you're off the hook.
But you want me there, though.
Where?
At your birthday party.
I'm not having a birthday party.
Yeah, but...
Surprise. So people are changing their plans. And this is the thing, when you buy tickets that far in advance, maybe you're giving birth that day.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you amend your life that suddenly you've got this ticket that you had other things in play?
How are people dealing? Maybe the Tribal Drum could beat for this, your tailor-made life.
Hey.
Your tailor-made life. What are you doing to fit in to see Taylor? Are you spending your days between now and then making a dress that you're going to wear? How are you tailor making your life? How are you getting into the zone, and has it been hard?
Jam Nation.
I like the times that we live in. When I went to school and I wanted to see Kiss or something like that, they would have put my exams on hold, my HSC.
They've still got it on hold. You didn't go back and do it.
They would.
It's still waiting for you. It's got your name at the top of the
When I went
page.
to university and studied, the dean didn't say, "Oh, Brendan, you can go and see Kiss." No, they didn't.
No. And then you woke up. Well, a lot of kids from Queensland are coming to Sydney or Melbourne to see Taylor Swift, so much so that Wynnum State High School has said to parents, we're going to put the exams back to the end of the week. These are Year 12 students. They're having these preliminary exams because the kids a number of them would miss it because they're coming to Taylor Swift.
Do you know how many people have called me? Have you got some Taylor Swift tickets from all walks of life?
Yeah.
Young people, old people. I'm not like Ticketek. I don't have any Taylor Swift tickets.
No.
I don't. I'll probably be there.
Get you something with the radiators.
I can can get to the
I mean,
radio.
you're probably going to be there. You don't have tickets to Taylor
I'll be
Swift
there.
either.
That's why I can't go to your birthday celebration.
I'm not having birthday celebrations.
Yeah, that's right. You're not. No, you're not having.
But you're not going to Taylor Swift. These tickets are like
the
gold.
Tribal-
And people have spent so much time and money getting these tickets.
The Tribal Drummers beating your tailor-made live.
Hey.
Hello, Samantha.
Hello.
Hi.
Sam.
Hi, Sam. How are you making your tailor-made life work for you?
Well, I've never really sewed before any of that, and I decided to attempt to make a dress for the concert.
Mm. What kind of dress? A dress like the one she wears?
They're like a T-shirt dress, like the oversized dress with like sequins and that.
And how's it going? Are you good on the faff?
Yeah, it's going all right. We just need a bit longer, a few more hours in there.
Just a few more hours.
So,
yeah.
Where'd you get your sewing machine? Is it your mum's?
Yeah, it's her one.
Yep, right. And so it's a T-shirt just with sequins and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And where will you be vis-a-vis to Taylor when you're at the concert?
Pardon?
Where will you be?
Yeah, I'm struggling. Don't you worry, Samantha. What he said makes no sense.
Will you be close to the stage?
Will she see your outfit?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, Taylor.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Samantha,
so this,
that's nice.
so I call you Taylor. So she's actually got you
like
sewing.
we're talking
Taylor
Taylor.
Swift has got you sewing.
Yeah.
I like
Amazing.
that. This is great.
Amazing.
Well, good luck. Have a great night
Absolutely.
there. Tennille's joined us.
Hello, Tennille.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Very
Great.
well. So how are you Taylor making your life?
Well, Taylor's going to have someone calling facts on me, Family and Community Services, because my 3-year-old, well, my soon-to-be 3-year-old, turns 3 on the 24th of February.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the date that I was able to secure 2 tickets for myself and my 14-year-old daughter to go to Taylor.
And so party
Taylor-
cancelled for the kid.
Taylor is making me lie to my 2-year-old and tell her that her birthday's on the 2nd of March.
Oh, brilliant.
Because you can feed them any crap at that age.
Why not the next day? Why are you waiting till March?
Well, I need time to plan the party, and we're busy planning outfits. My 14-year-old wants to wear a certain dress and certain heels.
Oh, that's
Because
hilarious.
there's a whole thing with the Swifties, is the outfit that you're going to wear.
I'm just wearing jeans. I'm not a Swiftie by any chance, but my 14-year-old daughter has given me a list.
Oh, that's brilliant. She's got the bracelets and all the friendship stuff going on.
100%.
I love it. So your 2-year-old,
Yep.
soon to be 3, is being lied to about the actual date of their birthday, but that's a story to tell them years down the track.
Yeah.
Taylor made me lie.
Taylor made me
Love
lie.
it.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast. We are back, baby.
Here we go.
This is it. And step on the gas. Go!
I must say I'm happy to hear Charlie Pickering is back with The Weekly. I love that show. I just like how it covers all the news. Will he be covering the news story that we saw at the start of this week about the lady that was in the leather lingerie that got pulled up by the police and she blew mid-range? Did you read that story?
I saw the headline.
Yep.
Talk me through it.
And there was an e-bike rider involved as well, one of those little Lime bikes.
And she ran into it.
Yeah, well, no, he ran into her. So as it turns out, this
But
lady...
she was over the limit.
Yeah, well, she was a sex worker in between gigs. That's why she was wearing the leather lingerie.
Right.
She's had a couple of beers and then she's got into a car. Then old mate on his e-bike's run out straight in front of her and she's got boonk.
So it wasn't her fault.
So the police haven't charged her with that, but they've got her for mid-range drink driving. And then we
Right.
found out why she was wearing the lingerie. She's a sex worker going from job to job.
Yeah, and here she is, her picture all through the paper of her in
I
her
feel for
leather
her.
lingerie.
Because it's like, although I would wonder if that was you doing that job, would you put a gown on between jobs?
I don't know. I knew a guy who was a gorillagram and he used to ride a little motorbike from gig to gig. He'd have his gorilla body on and a bike helmet.
So he's dressed as a gorilla.
Yeah.
I guess you'd be cavalier. It's like when you see a tradie go from site to site and they've got their hard hat and the high vis on. I guess you just leave it on.
Am I going to assume that they're sex workers from now on?
Well, that could be, or it could be tradiogram.
Tradiogram.
They'd never show up.
They'd have to leave early.
Where's my happy birthday salutations? Sorry, Mark, can't do it till next week.
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy to Amanda Arms for the pub test. Today, dogs on public transport. Does it pass the pub? Does it pass the pub test?
This is one of the things that was being discussed at the Sydney Summit this year. There are a lot of other things, the housing crisis, generational inequality, etc. But they spoke about, should we let dogs on buses and trains? Dogs are allowed on public transport in cities all across Europe, South America, New Zealand, and maybe we should think about it here. If we want to have a modern city transport system, should we be allowing dogs on it as they are overseas? 40% of Sydney households has one or more dogs. So having a dog, though, at the moment means you have to be pretty car dependent.
Yeah.
If you want to take it anywhere.
Do you have to pay for the dog? When you tap on with your Opal card, or you just tap on with your card?
Well, at the moment, the dogs aren't allowed on.
Yeah. No, but would there be a way of getting money?
I don't know. Well, I don't think you'd have to pay for your dog to go on public transport.
Well, they take up a bit of space.
It says here assistance animals with a valid form of accepted accreditation are allowed at the moment on public transport. Pets may be allowed to travel on buses, ferries, light rail and taxi if confined in a box, a basket or other containers as required by passenger transport, and permission is required by staff or the driver. That's how it is at the moment. So, if you do have to get your dog somewhere and you don't have a car, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
This is a good one.
I think so too.
We'll
How
have
do
a
you
sign
feel?
instead of mind the gap, mind the yap.
Oh, nice.
I just did that for you. I hate myself.
Dogs on public transport. Does it pass the pub test?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation podcast.
Well, it's that time of year where we get our weekly dose of news from our favourite show, The Weekly. Charlie Pickering is back tonight on ABC and ABC iView for his 10th anniversary. Charlie, hi.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Great. It's about time.
10 years.
I know. I mean, you get less for manslaughter.
Wow.
Well, I remember when it first started and I said it's going to be a great show. Amanda said it's not going to last.
I did not say that. I used to text Charlie and say, I think this is the best show.
No, Amanda's your biggest supporter.
Absolutely. I think it's a great show.
I was the one that said it's not going to last because I don't like other people having successful careers. But congratulations.
I understand that. But I have to ask just very quickly, this is very important, because I spend a week going over all of the news and listening to you guys this morning, I feel like I missed the biggest story in the country. Jonesy, can you tell me more about this horrific accident with the e-bike and the sex worker?
The sex worker, she's gone from one job to another. So the newspaper story was lingerie-clad woman, mid-range it's a DUI.
And the picture's in the paper. It's not
poor thing.
Yeah.
She's sitting there, and I thought there's more to this story, surely. And she's collided with an e-bike. What's happened was she was a sex worker in between jobs. The e-bike rider, I'm presuming, might have been overserved as well, has ridden straight out in front of her, and she's gone boonk. She got charged with mid-range drink driving, but not the collision with the e-bike rider because it was his fault. But the question I was asking, and I'll ask this to you, Charlie, if you're a sex worker going between gigs, would you have some sort of gown or tracksuit arrangement?
Well, I mean, putting myself in that position and remembering my days paying my way through university, yes. Yes, absolutely. I would do that.
Would you put on... Because
hearing this story makes me think I would definitely take up e-biking. Like anything can happen on an e-bike.
The people you meet. But if you put a dressing gown on, then what happens? You arrive at someone's house and you've got a dressing gown on.
Yeah, but if you want to be discreet, say you order a sex worker, you don't want them just showing up ready to go.
In their lingerie.
Hang on, my wife's upstairs. Come on. Be a bit discreet.
Well, Charlie, you obviously missed that story.
You missed that story,
But what
mate.
ones have you got? What kind of things have tickled your interest this week?
Oh, well, one of my favourite stories out of Sydney we're covering off the top of the show is this poor private school, Newington College, and the way they're going to be forced to have girls attend. And just the struggle is real for the old boys of Newington College, who we found way too many people protesting this thing. But it really struck me, this was the first protest these people have been to, obviously. They've never protested anything in their life. Everything has been very easy for them, but now there are some imaginary grandchildren yet to be born that might be forced to go to a co-ed.
And that man was crying.
Yeah, he was crying with the blub.
Yes, it was. Well, it's a very real issue. I'm sure if but it's been a tough week for all of those parents at the $40,000 a year school. First off, a slightly reduced stage 3 tax cut. That's a big blow. And now girl jams. I mean, it's been a tough week for them.
Yeah. Quite.
No one wants girl jams. We're on the brink of World War III, and this guy's going, I can't send my soon-to-be-born grandson.
Yes. If the worst thing that happens to you is that your grandchild's going to a co-ed school, I think your life's okay.
Well, yeah, but I like it. That's exactly right. But also, he was so upset that his grandson might go to a co-ed school, and I thought, how upset is he going to be if he has a granddaughter instead? He'll be devastated.
He's one of those old school ones, that's not happy when the girl is born. They'll pretend to be it, but they really just want another man in the family and the lineage.
And what else are we looking at this week? We're looking at Elon Musk's brain implants this week.
Yeah, that's weird.
Which, it is weird. And I don't know about you. I wouldn't, if I had to get a brain implant, I wouldn't buy it off someone who obviously spends about 23 and a half hours a day on Twitter. I'd want someone that's paying more attention to making the brain implant.
Yes. And if you get a brain implant, why hasn't he got one himself? Because he's a bit of an idiot.
Okay.
It wasn't Elon using one.
You first, Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's right. You first.
Yeah,
you first.
Why don't you put it in, Elon, and then we'll see how we go from there. That could be a good thing.
And also on the show tonight, the wonderful Eric Banner is coming by for a chat, and he has promised to give me some acting lessons live on the show. Because I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've watched a lot of his movies, and he does the best looking out the window thinking acting of anyone I've ever seen. And his new movie, Force of Nature, he's doing a lot of looking out the window thinking. He's done it in all of his movies, so I'm going to get him to teach me how to look out a window thinking. That's
true.
My dream.
It's like Tom Cruise is really good with face muscle acting. He's always flexing his face muscles.
I hear his face can bench 80 kilos.
That's huge. And he just repeats everything you say. He repeats what the other actors say.
It's like working with Jonesy.
It's like working with Jonesy.
Everything the other actors say?
What? Everything?
Are you serious? Everything they say?
Everything you say? See what's happened here?
Yeah, I can see what's happened.
I'm just happy you're back on the TV, mate. The Weekly is on tonight at 8:30 on the ABC and ABC iView. Charlie Pickering, thank you.
Always a delight, guys. Have a great day and be safe on those e-bikes out there.
Exactly.
That's right. Don't wear your lingerie. Thank you.
Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy to Manor Arms for the pub test today. Dogs on public transport. Does it pass the pub test?
It happens all over the world, but it doesn't happen here. And it's been mooted that maybe we should think about it. Dogs on public transport. I mean, if 40% of households have dogs, and how do you get them around if you don't have a car? How do you go from place to place with your dog if you don't have a car?
These are all good points, but what if you get some savage like Cujo dog?
Well, no
on the
one
train?
wants that. Well, obviously, that's what nobody wants. So how do you feel? Dogs on public transport, does it pass the pub test?
Absolutely not. I used to work as a train driver, and assistant animals were great because they were purposely trained not to react to their environment. But as soon as you get a dog that's not trained, we used to have fights all the time.
I think they should be allowed. I've just travelled Europe for 5 weeks. We sat next to a little sausage dog on a domestic flight, and he was perfect. And everybody takes their dog everywhere in Europe when they travel, and they're no problem.
No, because Slippery's and Snapper worse than the pit bull sit next to you, ready to rip your arm off. Also, where's the stop? What if a person's got a pet peacock?
What if the performer... the pet performer is actual pit bull, the performer.
Yeah, and he's sitting on your lap. Don't worry, he's harmless.
Next to Andrew Peacock. Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
The story of Pablo Escobar's so-called cocaine hippos is quite extraordinary. The hippos aren't taking the cocaine. With those nostrils, wow.
Whoa.
There'd be no cocaine left in the
you're
world.
bogarting all my blue, man.
But Pablo Escobar was a Colombian drug lord who made a fortune shipping cocaine to the United States. He had a private zoo And in 1993, authorities killed Pablo Escobar and seized his luxury estate, Hacienda Napolis, which was northwest of the capital, Bogota, in Colombia. They found lots of animals there in his private zoo, and they distributed the animals all over the place. But they didn't distribute his 4 hippos.
Mm-hmm.
He had, I think, 3 females and 1 male hippo. He's probably decided that logistically, hard to put them in a crate and send them off.
Well, they're
because
hard.
hippos, they're massive.
To move.
Very hard to move. The hippo
And they're hungry.
They are the largest land mammal, the deadliest large land mammal on the planet. So they are massive and they are very aggressive. They travel up to 30 kilometres an hour. And when you see them, I've been to Africa and we got charged by one.
Really?
Jack freaked out entirely. I thought it was quite thrilling. It ran
Well, you
out of
just
the
sat
water
there.
towards us. We're in a Jeep and our driver just took off and it freaked Jack right out. I thought it was, my adrenaline went bang and it really worried Jack. And he's saying, go, just go.
Well, they are. They're
They look big and dumb, but they're fast and they're aggressive. They kill 500 people each year in Africa. As I said, they are one of the most deadly animals in Africa. So he only had 4 of them. And so that's why they thought, what they think probably happened is they thought, let's let them die off. We'll leave them unattended and they will die off.
Well, 3 women, 1 male. It's going to happen.
Well, that's not what did happen. So instead, they thrived. Over the years, scientists have tried to calculate how many hippos have been living in Colombia's waterways. So they took to the waterways in Colombia and they now estimate they're around 170.
Ooh.
It's the biggest hippo herd outside Africa, which is their native region. What they think will happen is by early 2034, without any culling, they will reach over 1,400 in number from those basic 4 that they didn't move all those years ago. All of them descended from that original group. So the government's been trying to sterilise them. So far, they've only sterilised 24. Imagine that job. Hey, mate. Hey, mate, you're working with the council today. Go out and sterilise that.
How do you even do that?
Well, there's been an update. The update is that they're getting aggressive and attacking people. So there's 170 hippos roaming northwest Colombia through all the waterways, but they've also been moving out to areas that are populated. Some residents have been hospitalised after being chomped. Students and parents at a school have encountered the cocaine hippos. One of the animals showed up in a schoolyard with all the kids. You know how exciting it was when you saw a stray dog
Yeah.
at school? Imagine one of the hippos wandering through the schoolyard.
They would have been hungry.
Hungry hippo. Is that where you're going with that? They're terrorising
Twice
local
I've done
fishing.
that. I was just
Oh,
trying to-
okay.
I was trying to get it.
Sorry, Brendan. I'm just trying to give information.
Okay, so I was trying to be entertaining.
Well, that's where the two of us come unstuck. If you're going to try and be entertaining, can you wave a flag so I can see that you're
when
doing
you do
it?
one of your lame puns, I've got to stop everything. Okay, Amanda's made a pun. I do one. See, now I'm doing you
The
to
number
you.
of times I'll say something and you'll sit there completely
Well,
stony
because it'll be
faced.
some dumb pun. Anyway, let's not fight in front of the kids.
Anyway, they're terrorising local fishing communities. They're very dangerous, a local told Fox News. They've become unpredictable and aggressive. They say here if a person were to encounter one, it'd probably be best to hide. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Gee, it's good to have something unpredictable and aggressive on Fox News.
And if you see one, just hide.
Just hide.
Jonesy and Amanda. Damn Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
Well, coming up, it's the Chinese New Year, the year of the dragon.
The Lunar New Year, the dragon boat races, and yesterday we were asked to take part. And we've done this before in the dragon boat races. It's a great day, but we can't do it this year. So we thought we would send our representative, Jem Y. Rai. But because we have a duty of care, and because you have a diet, Ryan, that only a toddler would love, I thought we owed it to you and to us, because we want to win, that we give you a health checkup.
Yeah. So we've got Dr. Zach Turner with us right now and joined us by Zoom chat as well. Thank you, Doctor.
Very, very welcome. It's kind of exciting. I do a fair few different Zooms, but this is a lot more exciting than the normal hump day.
Right. Okay.
Ones that I have.
This is good.
Well, Ryan, we've got the camera on Ryan so that can see what a
Scooch in here,
specimen
Ryan.
he is.
Hello. I don't think this is necessary.
No, it isn't.
To do.
Well,
I don't understand why we're doing
Over
this.
to you, Dr. Zach, because we've only got a week and a half to get him in tip-top shape.
Yep.
What do you need to ask him and what would you recommend?
Look, I reckon that we've got a good chance here, actually, Jonesy and Amanda. I think. Look, he looks like a pretty darn good specimen from the video call. And this probably
I
has
don't
a
know
lot
how
to
I feel
do-
about being called a specimen.
You'll have to give a few
It's
before
like I'm
the
some
end of
kind
this.
of creature.
Doctors,
or
the
something.
doctor's talking, mate.
Sorry, doctor.
Athlete.
There
Look,
you
a
go.
few of
Adonis.
these things.
Okay.
I've heard a little bit about your diet. What does it normally consist of in the mornings?
Okay, so I knew you were going to ask this, so I've written something down here. So I'd say I begin my taste journey for the day by awakening my senses with what I would consider is a sensible portion of potatoes that have been slow cooked and soaked in different grinds, different blends, carefully selected flavours, such as sea salt, plucked straight from the Pacific Ocean.
He eats chips, is what he's saying.
And I follow this with a pinch of fresh apple extract. Aroused into the mouth via an environmentally friendly paper straw.
No, he drinks a little kid's juice.
He drinks a
I
juice
wouldn't
box.
put it like that, but yeah.
Okay. Do you bring a little lunchbox to work as well?
I initially did that, but then everyone made fun of me, so yeah.
He was getting bullied.
Yeah, Jonesy bullies me.
He was getting bullied at play lunch. But have a look at him. If you just stand up for a minute so Dr. Zach can get a good... what would you rate that physique as? Would that be okay?
I'm not taking my shirt off.
You're not? Okay, I thought that was part of this.
Yeah, I think you got to take your shirt off.
Well, right now?
Yeah, I think you got to. We won't look. We've said it all before.
What do you do for the dragon race? Do you take your shirt off? Did you guys get your kits off?
No. He will be in some kind of costume, we've heard.
Yeah.
So he will have his shirt on, but he will have to use his arms, and I'm concerned he might have a heart attack. You know, I'm just worried.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it's a little bit worrying, the diet in the morning. Look, I think that from now until next week, when we're going to be racing, I think we're going to try and change up a few of the things in the morning, because what happens with our guts, especially in the morning, is we should be going to the toilet straight up. And so how much water do you drink? What's your kind of water intake? What's your coffee intake?
Right. I think there's water and juice, so...
Is that all you
like
drink?
half
You don't
juice.
drink water, do you? I've never seen you drink water.
I like sometimes when I get home.
All right,
I do exercise a lot, by the way. So I
Do
feel
you?
like- yeah. Well, I reckon I walk like a half marathon a day because, Doctor, I have to go and change the aircon at least
for
10
me.
times for Amanda
Yeah,
because
well.
she's going through menopause or something. So.
Well, that's lovely.
You can't get menopause without men, that's for sure. That's one of the things. But what's your flexibility like? So it's going to come down for you with a race so soon.
Yeah.
And look, I used to play reasonably competitive sports and I used to do a fair bit of rowing. And so a fair bit of this is, can you touch your toes?
Let's see, Ryan.
Go on.
Keeping your knees straight, can you touch your toes?
Right, yeah.
No, he
No.
gets just past the
No.
knee.
Yeah.
Just only to the knee.
Or only to maybe a little bit down the shin.
Hey, well, don't be shocked. It's
Yeah. No.
I mean, you're youthful. You've got youthful bones and things there, so we should be okay. So I think a couple of the things we're going to be working on in terms of your exercise, rather than walking just to the aircon, do you get any other kind of? I mean, we don't want to just sort of jump out and say exercise, but bedroom exercise. It's also called something else. Or do you get any other exercise that could be caused with stretching that could utilize your
I don't want to talk
your
about my
abdominal
relationship
spine?
with my girlfriend on air. if that's
Or
what
yourself.
you're asking.
Yeah, but do you play soccer?
Yeah.
play
I
soccer?
play cricket sometimes. There's a lot of
Right.
standing around though. So.
So I reckon that for the next week, your goal is to play a little bit of cricket, a little bit of soccer, and a little bit of bedroom activity slightly more regularly.
Okay, doctor's
Just
orders.
Just to limber up into it. But you have to start doing a little bit of stretching before,
Okay.
and certainly a bit of stretching afterwards. No just falling asleep.
Right.
And some better dietary habits in the morning.
Definitely, we need to increase the water. So I need the whole team to be onto him. No more fruit juice until you've had a litre of water in the morning.
A litre?
Yeah.
A litre, yeah, a full litre. That's it, straight up. Scull it, get into it, and you'll start flushing
I'm not
out.
joining the army. I don't know why I need to be drinking all that water.
Yeah,
That's
don't
too much
argue with the
water. That's like a
don't-
pool.
Okay. These
Well,
are all
it could be a heart attack here. I
Yeah,
think we need
could be.
to get you
It happens
really
to
on.
young people. They have heart attacks. It's true.
Yeah.
Doctor, this has been great, and you didn't have to turn your head and cough, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Do you smoke?
No.
You vape?
No, I don't vape. No, I'm not Jonesy at art school. There's a lot of
Okay, look, I'm another kettle of fish. Dr. Zach, thank you for joining us.
So we're on to it. Water, better
Yep.
diet in the morning, exercise.
Yep.
We don't need to know about the bedroom exercise.
This sucks.
A litre a day. I thought that was your girlfriend's name.
And check out.
I'm going to send through a daily plan that I wanted to go through.
Excellent. Excellent.
And this is going to be easing into it with a fair few other little bits and pieces that you're going to really enjoy.
Good.
All right. Well, we'll look at those. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Zach, Wellness and Longevity Doctor for Concierge Doctors. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dr. Zach.
It's 8:26 coming
So,
up.
Ryan, how do you feel about all that?
It's terrible.
Yep.
It sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Well, mate, you've been cruising for some time now, so quite frankly, it's probably about time you did.
And I'll have you chips for the breakfast then.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. The time is now.
Time for what? It's time to get back to work. Okay, it's enough goofing off.
I was going to watch Married at First Sight last night, but I thought like a crack addiction, you just can't have it every night.
Really?
No, it's not good. It's not good. Next will be picking at my face and robbing old ladies. So I watched Netflix, and I'm so glad I did. I watched the Greatest Night in Pop doco.
Oh,
You
this
have
is
to
the
watch
doco about We Are the World.
Yeah, USA for Africa. And you might remember Do They Know It's Christmas, which was Band-Aid.
That came first, didn't
That was
it?
the year before. So Harry Belafonte, him, had an idea on the success of Do They Know It's Christmas. And he said, in his words, white people are singing for what's going on in our country, in Africa. We should get black people to do this. We should get a song. So he approached a guy called Ken Cragen, who is a fundraiser, but he also was Lionel Richie's manager. So when Lionel Richie left the Commodores, this man got Lionel as a solo performer. And they came up with this idea. So they managed to get Quincy Jones on board, the producer.
Brilliant.
And then Michael Jackson. So Michael's going, I'll have a go.
He was
at this.
shocked to hear that people thought he was black.
Yeah, I'll have a go at this. So Quincy said, okay, what we have to do, we're going to get a wish list of all these artists that I want to sing on this song. And Lionel and Michael were tasked with writing the song. And the only time that they could record this song, they're getting all these artists, names are getting thrown out everywhere. They wanted Prince, they wanted Bruce Springsteen, they wanted Huey Lewis, all those artists that were big at the time to do this song. So bearing in mind, it's a logistical nightmare.
Oh, imagine.
So it comes to pass the only time they could do it is at the American Music Awards, in which Lionel Richie's hosting, because all those artists will be together.
Right. And so they'd go from the awards to the recording studio.
And the A&M studios, they've said, well, that's going to be perfect for this, but they had to keep it all hush-hush.
Why?
Because people would mob the area. Or imagine someone could blow up the place and, there's a whole... There's a whole raft. And at the time...
You'd get some two-bit singer turning up. Don't let him in. Don't let Agadoo in.
Don't let Black Lace in, whatever you do.
Don't do it.
So it was quite extraordinary. And
Peter Andre, no.
So Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, so Quincy Jones is always hassling Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie to write this song.
So they hadn't written it?
They hadn't written the song. So they've asked Stevie Wonder. They said, Stevie, just give us a call. And Stevie never called them. So 8 days before, they write We Are the World. They come up with the song. So Michael and Lionel record the song, and then Stevie shows up just as they've recorded the song.
With another song?
As a demo, and he comes along and they said, well, Stevie, we asked you 3 weeks ago. We need help with this. But what I've been aware of this song for a long, long time, and this is what this documentary goes, how fraught it was to get all these people together. For example, there's a bit where Stevie Wonder suggests that they sing in Swahili in the song.
Come on.
And Waylon Jennings is there, and Waylon Jennings says, a good old boy don't sing no Swahili. And he just walked out.
So he's not in it?
So he's not it. You see him in it, but he's gone.
But they don't sing Swahili.
No. They managed to talk Stevie out of that. So they said, well, actually, there's no Swahili. We're not singing to the Swahili. How about we just keep it in... And someone made a good point. Bob Geldof came along. They got Bob Geldof to give him a pep talk, and his speech is so rousing. But the things about it is you've got like Cyndi Lauper's boyfriend said, don't be a part of this. It's going to be dreadful. It won't work.
Well, it would have looked like you were doing a copy of the British one.
Yeah, exactly.
And could it be as good?
And in this bit here, I just love this. So Dionne Warwick Willie Nelson, Al Jarreau, who was drunk out of his mind on wine, Bruce Springsteen, who's just flown back from a tour and showed up in his bomby old car and just parked it out the front, and Kenny Loggins. And they've put them all together, and they're all nervous. They're all like little kids on a school day, and they had to pick which singer was going to sing which part.
Who decided that?
Well, that was Quincy Jones, and he was saying, well, this is a vocal arrangement. And Willie's going, hang on, I'm following Dionne Warwick. And you can actually hear the hesitancy in Willie's voice here.
Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares and their lives will be stronger and free. As God has shown us by turning stones.
Very different styles of voice.
Yeah. That's Al Jarreau.
Even drunk, he sounds beautiful.
And listen to the boss.
So were they all intimidated by each other?
Yes, they're all. And Cyndi Lauper says there's one bit. That's Kenny Loggins, by the way. They put him up.
That was a woman.
That's Kenny. That was the thing, because Cyndi didn't know anyone except for Billy Joel. Like, they're all there, but they're all just normal people.
But isn't it amazing how many of those long-term stars, because it is like a moment in amber, those individuals who were famous at the time, and so many of them have gone on to be famous for years.
Exactly. And there was a bit they got Sheila E. on board. She was going out with Prince. They really wanted Prince to be a part of it, but Prince wouldn't be a part of it.
So is she part of it?
She's part of the chorus, but they didn't give her a line to sing. So in the end, Huey Lewis is there from Huey Lewis and the News. And they got him to sing Prince's line. And Huey's sitting there going, well, I just thought I was part of the chorus. Next minute, he's got to follow Michael Jackson. And have a listen to this. This gives you so much perspective. This is Huey sandwiched between Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper.
When you're down and out, and there seems no hope at all. But if you just believe, there's nowhere we can fall.
He does a great job.
Listen to this. And then Kim Carnes.
Kim Carnes. Stand together as one.
And at the end of that bit, Cyndi says, did I do too much? You know, it was just nuts. And then Bob Dylan, poor Bob Dylan, standing there, and he looks just totally lost. And,
not known as a singer.
But and there's a bit where he goes up to Stevie Wonder and says, can you just play it on the piano? I don't know where I fit in this song. Then Stevie starts doing an impersonation of Bob Dylan. And that's how we got Bob doing this.
That's not Stevie doing an impression, is it?
No, that's Bob. I was just thinking, what would you do?
It's iconic, isn't it?
Like today's artists, what would you do? Because today's artist is all about cash and booty and what's in it for me.
Well, that's not true. We might have thought that about them and about the ones who did the English one, but on that night they were told, leave your ego at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure modern performers would do the same. Nicki Minaj.
So who would you get these days?
Who would you get? Well, you get Taylor Swift. She's the big daddy.
Yeah, what about?
You get, you'd need someone from the country genre. You get Luke Combs, something like that.
You need an old person.
Who would be an old fart?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel? He'd be in there.
Billy Joel in there. Jem Ray, you're young.
What about Fetty Wap?
Fetty Wap. I don't know who he is, but he'd be front and centre.
Oh,
they'd all be there. She'd be looking out of a saucer behind the fridge.
Weekend.
I think at any rate we should put this song on because it gives you a great appreciation and it's certainly worth
What's
watching.
the doco called?
The doco is called The Greatest Night in Pop. It's on Netflix. It is so good.
I'll look out for it.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. It's just great. The Greatest Night in Pop documentary. It is amazing.
And it was all recorded on that night in one go, that people didn't go back days later to re-record their own little bits.
The only person that was in the studio by himself was Michael Jackson because he wrote the song. He was recording it while the AMAs were going. Lionel Richie's hosting the AMAs. They go straight from that to the studios.
So the person who's arranged the AMA party for that year says, where is everyone? All the big stars.
There's all these canapes and drinks.
I'm just stuck with Andre, and that's it. Peter Andre. He's the only one at the party.
Peter Andre wasn't born in 1980.
You tell him that.
Anyway, it's worth watching.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Our favourite ghoulie of the year will get $20,000 cash, thanks to Heron Forbes Machinery House. Our favourite ghoulie of the week is going to get $200 to spend at hypercarting.
Great.
What have we got?
Yeah.
I work in a shopping centre. My ghoulie is people walking and texting at the same time. I'm 100 mile an hour and I've got to dodge people like there's no tomorrow. And when you watch people in the food court, there's no interaction. It's both eat on mobiles and don't talk. That gets up my nose.
Yeah.
I like seeing those memes that people put out saying, look at the good old days when people weren't on their phones and it's young kids watching a beheading around the town square. Those were the days.
They were the good old days.
What else?
What gets my ghoulies is the almost impossible to find use-by dates on pre-packaged salads in the supermarkets. I'm sure the supermarkets have cameras videoing unsuspecting shoppers as we stand there twirling and tipping the containers in an effort to find the elusive use-by date. I beg you, big supermarkets, please just choose one place, the bottom, the lid, anywhere. Put us out of our misery.
Do you want a date on your bottom? Everyone does. Easier.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite caller, email, or Facebook friend wins a Starlight dinner cruise for 2. Ooh. Glittering city lights and a dinner on the water to remember with Captain Cook Cruises.
You get that Jonesy Amanda tea towel and fridge magnet as well, you know.
Well, Taylor Swift is coming to Australia. She's coming to Sydney and she's coming to Melbourne. And a school in Brisbane has moved the Year 12 exam dates to accommodate all the kids that are coming from that school to see the show in Sydney.
Bloody kids. Back in my day when I did my HSC and I wanted to go and see Kiss, they weren't putting off anything for me.
Well, a number of those things aren't true. Today, the tribal drum was beating for your tailor-made life.
Hey.
Here's Tennille from Cronulla.
Taylor is making me lie to my 2-year-old and tell her that her birthday's on the 2nd of March.
Oh, brilliant. So she had tickets to see Taylor on the day that her kid's birthday is, and she wants to pretend that isn't happening.
3-year-olds will accept any amount of crap.
Won't they just?
Like
so
I
she's
did
put
my
back the
HSC.
birthday a week.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil's up next with the best week of your life.
We'll be back from 6 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby dear, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, cheerio, ching, ching, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Damn Nation Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.